We were out here today working to plant trees in the big thicket. We had 15,000 trees to plant today.
The ages of these volunteers run the gamut, from very young to very experienced.
All right, that makes sense. We can plant some trees along the way.
Maxine Johnston has the most experience out here.
Maxine is always out here to help plant or do whatever she can to help.
And then I met Lance Rozier, and he changed my perception, broadened my view.
Maxine helping is a bit of an understatement. She's a tireless advocate for the big thicket with a lifelong commitment to preserving both its future and its history.
Our collection here at the university has many different topics, but one of the most important ones that Maxine had begun was in the big thicket. She had begun gathering these materials in high school when she started researching the big thicket for a high school essay.
Maxine not only contributed to this library, but for many years served as its director. During that time, she joined a group called the Big Thicket Association. Their goal was to set aside some remnants of the legendary forests throughout East Texas, but instead, controversy erupted.
You had the lumber companies battling each other. You had neighbors fighting neighbors. You had landowners, going after it. And Maxine somehow managed to steer through all that chaos, keep the story, keep the narrative of why it was so important going.
The Big Thicket Association was simply a small East Texas organization. Essentially, we were greenhorns who needed some help and guidance. And Ned Fritz formed a Big Thicket coordinating committee, and it was from them that we in the Big Thicket Association learned a lot of lessons about lobbying.
Without Maxine Johnston, we would have never made it, because Maxine was great at knowing how to write all this information for the right people.
Now, Maxine always gives credit to everyone else, but Maxine was the glue that held it all together. She courted media, she led field trips for reporters, elected officials, anybody who would help.
Maxine was the one who charmed all the players. She charmed Arthur Temple, she charmed Buddy Temple.
Maxine was on first-name basis with Charlie Wilson and all the politicians, because that's who had to make this happen. That's who had to get the legislation passed.
It was an arduous 10-year ordeal that ended with the formation of the Big Thicket National Preserve.
The Big Thicket is one of the most biologically diverse places in the entire world. Because of Maxine and the people she drew together, 112,000 acres of it is protected forever.
Well, for number one, it makes me feel unworthy. Number two, I feel like the luckiest person on this planet. And I have had a wonderful life of meeting with fascinating people and working with outstanding conservationists, all of these people who helped contribute to getting the word out there that the Big Thicket needed to be protected.